So guys, you guessed it, it is another bike review, but this one I'm going to start slightly different. I'm going to show you the fun stuff before we do the unboxing. So today I've got the Engwe E26, and guys, it is one heck of a lovely looking bike, and it's weird guys, because it is absolutely enormous. But less of me talking, we're going to get it on the road, get into the woods. I'll give you a lowdown as we're going along. Stop, get some lovely shots of it like we always do. You can see I've got my bracket on, and we'll take it from there. Hope you enjoy. You will also see that I'm sporting a new helmet from Exnito. I will be doing a review on this, but it's fantastic. Anyway, this is about the bike, not the helmet. So guys, this is the beast, and it is a beast. I am sat on the Engwe E26, like I've said before, but the tyres, man. So yeah, they are the 4-inch fat boy tyres, but they're not the 20-inch diameter that I'm used to. They're 26. It's almost like you're on a blinking motorbike, but it's effortless again. I've got to stop using that word, but these bikes are all very similar, especially these Engwe brands. I'm going to knock it out of power assist now and just use it as a standard bike. Yeah, it's a little bit heavier. We have got quite a lot of friction on those big tyres, but I'm still able to get up to a comfortable 10 miles an hour, and I'm in 3rd gear. This has got 7-speed Shimano gear set. Now I ramp up the gears and you can see my pace increases comfortably. 13 miles an hour, 5 into 7th gear, and I'm actually breaking the speed limit for an e-bike, but I'm not using the e-bike. So why is there this 15.5 mile an hour speed bracket on an e-bike when I can go that fast without any pedal assist? Oh, it baffles me. So we're gonna have a little look at the power assist now. I am going to turn that screen down because I'm only going to get people saying you're going too fast. Yes, I know I am. I've de-restricted it for the purpose of this video, so you can see what they are capable of. And for other parts of the world where you are allowed to have them at certain speeds, why not show them what it is capable of? So comfortably then, power assist 2, I'm sat at about 11 miles an hour. Power assist 3, wow, that's when you really get the power kicking in there. That was like a rocket being pushed up the bum. Into 5th, and yeah, I'm comfortably motoring on 20 plus. And there we go, quite comfortably set there at that sort of speed. It's a nice ride, it's comfortable. Those tyres absorb a lot of that friction that a lot of those bumps you'll feel. This bike has got quite an oddity in my eyes. It has no rear suspension, but the rear seat has a suspension column. Quite strange if you ask me. Something I'm not really used to, and it gives you a strange feeling every now and then as you're riding about, but it works. It's meant to do what it's meant to do. So what I'm going to do, guys, is tuck it in to one of these in the woods. So that's a road test, yeah, it's comfortable. So there we go, and going more of a legal speed now for all you out there. And yeah, what can I say? It glides along these roads. I'm putting in some effort, and like I said, I can take the pedal assist off and use it as a standard push bike. One thing this bike does have is the throttle again, but this throttle is different to the other ones I've done. It is a proper motorbike, so another thing that makes this feel like a motorbike is that awesome throttle. Again, yes, I know they're legal, and I will deactivate it after this video, but it's purely for the video. Someone doesn't buy a bike of this size, this nature, to use it on the road. Yes, you're going to use it from time to time. This is the reason you buy a bike like this.
In audio.
then yes, that is purely why you buy a bike like this. It's made for this.
Oh, yeah.
It is great, but I tell you what, I am loving reviewing these bikes because you get to try, oh yeah, some of the greatest bikes out there. Oh, put it through its paces, have some fun with it. It's great. So now, let's find a nice quiet spot and look at this bike in all its beauty. Like I've shown then, the versatility on this is absolutely superb. Great cruiser around the streets, but equally, no, more fun on the tracks. So I'll tell you about the depth then. So it has got your hydraulic brakes, and these discs are bigger than I'm used to, bearing in mind the size of the tyres. They're 180mm disc brakes. It's got the 7-gear speeds that I've already told you about. It's got the throttle on the handlebars themselves. It has front forks you're able to dampen out, and you are able to lock them in and out as well. It's got an awesome front light. It's massive, and it does give off some good light. It has a rear light as well. The seat is comfy. Some people out there might want to change it. I'm more than happy with the seat itself. It's got the battery built in the main beam of the bike itself, and is removable, so you can charge it out or in the bike itself. It's got a lovely screen there. I have got a protective cover on still. Gives you your trip, your odometer, max speed, and your average speeds. I have put this fancy little thing on here. It's got your standard Engwe controls, your up and down for your power assist, your light, and then this button at the top moves through the sections. It's got front and rear mud guards, which are again metal, so adding that bit of quality to the bike rather than your plastic stuff that you sometimes end up with. It's a monster, it's a beast, and it's made for this. Overall, an absolute fantastic bike. It's got the 250-watt motor, which you'd be quite surprised about. Gives some awesome power. I've talked about disc brakes. It has got a rear case and a lovely stand, but looking at it now, it looks absolutely fantastic. So let's have a quick look at the battery then. Like I said, it is removable, and you are given 2 keys for this purpose. It's got a lock and unlock function all the way to unlock, and the battery pulls out nicely like so. Also got your standard indicator on top, and it gives me 4 green lights there. And then to refit then, make sure you got it the right way around. Make sure you got it in the unlock position, flip it in, lock, Just give it that final push. And there you go. Battery is installed. And this side here is where you can charge it in the bike unit itself. And it's got a lovely little cap. Again, these are waterproof rated, these bikes. So there's no problem getting a little bit wet, but I ain't gonna go in there today. So that was the Engwe E26. Now, we'll go back to the living room studio and see how we build this beast. So before we unpack, I'd like to say thank you to Buy Best Gear and especially Sherry for choosing our channel to test out this Engwe. Let's see what's inside the box. So as always guys, make sure you have some sort of tool to cut the box open. And I have been watching another very successful channel you may have known or been watching, and they do a lot of bike reviews, and I've noticed the way they unwrap these, so I'm going to give it a go today, because in my eyes it made the process look 10 times easier. If you had a guess who it could be, put it in the comments below. And there you have it, the Engwe E26. Much easier. So thank you, Martin. I am stealing your ideas. So as you can see, absolutely beautifully packaged yet again, and I believe Engwe so far has been amazing at packing up their kit. Pure pride to ensure nothing is damaged. And what I'll do now is go round and cut those blooded, dreaded cable ties. And as you notice guys, I'm trying to do everything away from the bike so it doesn't get damaged in any way, shape or form. Oh, that's the light. Especially around these big fat boy tyres. So there you go, inside the box then. You have the front tyre not assembled. Most of the rear looks assembled, bar the last two fasteners there. Obviously the back carry caddy. And we have a back light that's powered off the battery. We have the stand to fit, front mudguard, and should we have a look what's in the box? In the box then we have the following items. Again, yes, Engwe. So far you've been very good with these metal pedals. Massive, great upgrade to standard stuff. Again, very similar to the one I've done. A nice set of tools. We've also got a little box in there. Some extra tie wraps, which I'm assuming again are for the rear light. We'll have a look. I'd assume this is the battery charger. Yes. We'll pop that to the side. And again, we have a nice instruction guide telling us all the different various bits of the bike. I'm intrigued to see what's inside this little thing here. Oh, it's a bell. There you go. So from that, I'm assuming this doesn't have a horn button like some of the other bikes I've tested. So next thing to do guys is get this put together. But on initial inspections, I'm actually really liking this bike. It's been a while since I've done a bike with the big full-size tyres, so I'm quite intrigued to see how that is. It's a proper not step-through bike. The battery pack you can see is in there with a turnkey there, which we'll have a look at once we're built. I'm going to start with attaching the handlebars. So in our little toolkit then, I'm assuming it's very similar to what we've seen before. Yes, your 3 spanner of varying sizes, 3 Allen keys, and obviously your screwdriver attachment. So looking at them then, it's that size. Unscrew that. So that's off there. I've noticed there's no small washers on this bit of kit. The handlebars themselves then, ensure the cabling is all correct. And I tell you what, actually, Engwe done a fantastic job of ensuring all this cable is secured in one place. Some of the bikes, yes, they attempt it, but this one is very well done. Again, must make sure, and like I've said before, I will not be fastening everything up straight away. I'll leave it fairly loose so then we can make fine adjustments once it's built. And I'm sat on. So handlebars are loosely fitted. You will notice a little crosshairs there. So I've got that in the center of the column, and obviously I can adjust this part of the column to bring it up and down, and we'll have a look at that once I've got it built. So next thing we're going to look at is the front mudguard and the light. And I tell you what, guys, so far that light is one heck of a light, isn't it? It's actually quite an impressive looking light, so I'm hoping it does aid when you're riding it, like some of them don't. Is a large washer for the front, small at the back, and obviously a small nut. So remember that order when you come to fit it. Big washer, bolt through there, through the centre housing hole, into your mudguard, and then your small washer and nut onto the back, like so. And again, I'm going to loosely fit everything, and then down here, your front portion of your mudguard fits your forks. The mudguard light, loosely fitted. I will tighten all that up once I've got the front tyre on, but I'm going to have a look at building the back end now. So I've taken out the 4 bolts on the rear, and we'll just fit in the rear bracket now. Just bear in mind, again, there are washers, so pull out the 4 fasteners, line up the holes, and just loosely fit that in. I will tighten this all the way down though, so we'll see that once I've got it done. So whilst I was at the back end then, obviously that is fitted, the carry case, and I also fitted the guide reins for, yet again, the metal mudguard. So another great bit of kit there. They actually sound like, I feel like they're going to be durable. So what I'm going to do now is just feed up the rear light through the back end and attach to the carry case. So the back light then, I'm going to feed it along the frame, and this is where I'll use the extra tie wraps you get given, straight into the back there, and you have a washer and a nut for either side. Back end completely built. So the last thing to do is chuck that front wheel on. But what I had done is turn the bike upside down, and I'm just going to loosen this. So that first bar that you take out then is actually a transport axle. The axle is sat in the tyre ready to be fitted. So what we've got here then, we have, so it is a fixed axle, so I can't remove it from the tyre. But what we do have is, I'll show you what we do have. You have a washer, a nut, and then a washer with a lock-in key on. And if you look at the front forks, you'll see a locking key hole. So this washer will literally sit like so into that lock-in hole. Again, make sure with this, it's got no cap in there, just got a bit of transport cardboard. And all we're going to do is simply line the disc of the brakes into the actual unit itself, correctly seating it between pad and piston, and there we go. So that is fitted. You can hear it rubbing slightly on the mudguard. I haven't adjusted that correctly yet, so we've still got play in that, and we can still have a little play around with that and move it how we want. So coming to fit this then, like I said, you've got the lock washer that goes on first, making sure the lock pin actually goes in the hole, then with a washer, and then with a nut, and simply tighten. And I'll do that the same the other side. Your two 15 mils, and we're just going to tighten her up. So unlike the other bike that I had the other day, you don't need to make sure you're symmetrical, it's already done for you. And it literally is a tweak up. Ooh, there you go, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to have a look at what's rubbing. I think that rubbing sound is just the brakes rubbing on the discs. And again, obviously we'll bed them in. So before I forget, the beauty of doing it this way as well, upside down, is now your light naturally hangs central. So all I've got to do now is tweak that up, make sure I've got the mudguard in the position I want it to be. With your 10mm spanner, gonna hold that there, tighten this up, and then make sure everything's central. Get on that, give it a good old tweak up. So wheels are on, back case is on, brakes are attached, mudguards are attached. Mudguards attached to the front, light is fixed, and obviously bent into position. Handlebars aren't tight yet. So like I said guys, with the front bars, I've done nothing with them. What I am going to do is slightly adjust the angle of them. I don't like them being really low like that, so maybe about there. So they're set at the 25 degree. Then and adjust the handlebars to how I fancy them, about there. Make sure your crosshair is in the center, and then tighten up the handlebars themselves with these 4 fixing screws like we've seen already. So obviously these are still loose, so I'm going to line them up, get the front wheel nice and straight like so, and just give these a tweak up. To complete then guys, is I'm going to route the brake light cable up, probably up there, up that beam there, up onto the back of the carry cable, and I'm going to use the cable ties. Not too tight, and I need to grolly the cable on. Then I'm going to have one there in a natural position. Of course, you don't want to cause any unnecessary strain to the cable. And then the last one, I'm just going to simply put at the top here so it doesn't get caught on anything. And there you go, the Engwe E26 in all its glory.